With the help of reality TV, Twitter, and snitching side pieces, gold digging is at an all-time high, at least the awareness of it. So today on Jackie B TV, I want to talk about, is it gold digging or is it class standard? So my guest today, I have, of course, model, host, actress, and yes, season 3 of the Bad Girls Club, Miss Tiffany Davis in the building. And with my headphones, writer and producer, Reg Young. What's up, guys?
What's going on?
First of all, let's start off with, what's your message to all the actual gold diggers? Not the class standard, but just the gold diggers out here.
Oh, wow.
Tiffany's like, look.
Get it together.
Word.
I don't know too many gold diggers, but seen a few, but get it together, please. Get it in water.
It don't really last. I mean, chasing that lifestyle, and you may get what you want, but will you have fulfillment in the end? So that's just
Definitely. Now I propose the question of, is it gold digging or class standard? Because we watch the reality shows like the Kardashians, Basketball Wives, and then everybody takes to Twitter like, oh, that gold digger, that this. Tell me what you look at as a gold digger is. If you're like, oh no, that's a gold digger, she's doing this, and that.
I think a gold digger is just someone who, pretty much for me, it's all about the money. It's all about the material things, the money. There isn't any type of standard that's in there that they're looking for, or value, or moral. It's just that, I mean, he may not even be her type, but because he has the money and that lifestyle, she's willing to step down and be with him just for that.
Right.
And to me, that's a gold digger. She had that's her goal. Her goal is to get it.
Yeah, basically, I mean, the type of person that wouldn't talk to a certain type of guy or something like that in any type of situation until she sees what he pulls up in.
Right.
Or until she sees that water cash, or until she sees him in VIP buying up everything. Or
buying bottles.
Right.
And
all of that stuff. I mean, in any other circumstance, she wouldn't talk to the guy. But if she sees that he has these things, these material things, then she'll go ahead and, kind of play the role.
What would you say the difference between gold diggers and having just a class standard? Because, and when I say class standard, I just wanted to say to the audience that class standard is like, I got money, so why don't you have money? Type of thing. Like, but I look at some of the celebrity women out here, and guys are yelling they're gold diggers, when really it's like, they have money. Why would I date someone? Why wouldn't I be dating someone with some money? You know what I'm saying? So what would you say that your differences that you decipher between a gold digger and no, she's not a gold digger. She just has a standard about herself.
The same things that you just said. A gold digger pretty much will be with anyone and do anything because the money and the material things are there. Someone who has a class standard, it may not be about necessarily the look, or they're looking for someone who's probably more so stable because they are.
Right.
Most people who have class standards just want the opposite sex to have at least what they have.
Right.
At the least.
Right.
That's what I mean, money's great. I don't know anyone who doesn't love money
Exactly.
or want that, man or woman. But at the end of the day, I think people with class standards are willing to step outside the box and not, I don't have to have the man with the most money.
He don't have to give me the Louis bag. He bought me a person.
Right, but he has to have it together.
Right.
And as long as he has it together, then me and him can kind of.
They're not looking for somebody to give them money. They kind of have their own money, but they don't want to have to, be that benefactor for somebody else too.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be, driving
I
you
gotta pay no
around,
bills, right.
stuff like that. So I mean, I guess that's pretty much what it boils down to, is the difference between having a class standard and then somebody being a gold digger.
Okay, so would y'all agree that, I mean, it seems to me gold digger awareness is at an all-time high right now. I just see gold diggers everywhere.
Yeah.
Word.
As a man, how does that kind of shape your opinion, just women as a whole? And is it, man, most of these chicks out here is gold diggers, or Lil Bridge has to put their hair down like, I think that sometimes.
Right?
It does, but then at the same time it doesn't, because I mean, I guess for me, I've been blessed enough to meet women that are just as beautiful, or if not more beautiful, than girls who are clearly gold diggers.
Right.
And they've liked me just because of who I am.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they had a class standard, but I've never had a problem with matching somebody's class standard.
Rich is like, you know, I'm pretty, you know.
Well, no, not like
no.
you know, I'm a regular cat, but I mean, I've always looked at girls like that, just kind of, you know, not necessarily in a negative sense, because people want what they want, but you know, they're just not for me. Even if I had a gang of money, I wouldn't go after that type of.
What's your honest, like, pure feeling on, like, when you just see a gold digger, you just like, what goes through your mind, just as a man?
As a man, I'm wondering what that man sees in her.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, you know, a woman is gonna be or gonna do whatever she wants to do, but as a man, you have to kind of control that situation. And, you know, it all depends on, you know, what he wants.
Right.
Like, all right, so what's going through his mind right now? I mean, he's got this and he's got that, and he's doing all of this, and he's got the women flocking to him. So I wonder if he knows that that's what they're about. You know, and a lot of times I feel
actually
like,
always wonder that too. Sometimes I feel like they know, but then I'll be like, maybe he's a goofy.
Right.
Sometimes they like it though.
Yeah,
it seems like that's what they want.
We just covered we did a topic on stunt boys, telling boys don't stunt on your cash. Make sure you guys check that out. And it was kind of like they're flaunting to attract these gold diggers, and that's what you're attracting, and that's what you end up with. And we were saying like, why do that? If that's
because
what
I
you
think
know
that's
you're
part
gonna
of
end
it.
up
I think that's part of the image that they want to portray.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is why they're doing what they're doing. It's like, you got the cars, you got the cash, you got the clothes, and the women comes along with that.
So why then take to Twitter and say hoes ain't shit? Because you're attracting them. You're paying them out.
I mean, they're entertaining them, but then at the same time, I guess
That's their thought. That's really what they think.
that's really what they think.
Right.
So I mean, if these gold diggers, so to speak, should really follow these guys on Twitter to see what.
Do you think they
He's
do?
not gonna marry the gold.
I see it. Look, I see it. They do. They follow each other. But do you think it's kind of like you created this monster, kind of like girls and cheating? We'll be talking about that too. Like kind of like girls and cheating, we kind of created that monster. Some girls stay with that guy that cheats. It's like, and then we girls take to Twitter, niggas ain't shit. So it's like you created this monster. So
you mean the guy that?
That is.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess because these gold diggers, so to speak, put themselves in that position to be controlled by this guy with the money. Whenever he wants to kind of get rid of her,
right,
he does.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she's right back to square one, because she didn't really have anything, well, unless she has a kid by the guy. You know, she doesn't really have anything else that connects them.
Right.
So I mean, it's gonna last as long as, you know, he wants it to last.
Right. And then 9 times out of 10, when he's done, she moves on to the next anyway.
Right.
You know, so she's always looking, even if she's with him for the moment, who's gonna be the next.
And you know what? I'm glad you say that, because do you ever think it just makes it worse once they're burned by that guy up? That's why I do this, because guys ain't nothing. It's all about the money.
It's half and half. It depends on. I think it depends on the type of gold digger. You know,
different types
of gold diggers. I think some may have just been hurt, and they're just like, okay, you know what? I'm throwing my hands up at this time. I'm going in to get everything that I possibly can, because they not shit anyway. You know, I'm not gonna find anyone who's gonna love me, whatever. So I want the bags, I want the trips, I want this, I want that. Then you have those that are probably it's not that they've never been hurt, they're just infatuated with the lifestyle, lights, camera, action, money, cars, fast life, and they want it, and they're too lazy to work for it themselves. So those are the ones who don't want to go and get a 9 to 5. You know, you do have some gold diggers that have jobs and have their own homes and have their own things and
get the surplus.
But they're definitely, they want money. I'm looking for the man with the money, and I want to take it all, and I want everything. And this is just to add on to what I have already, because y'all not shit. Is how they looking at it.
So, because we're gonna get to the women's side of this in a second. So, Reg, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a different? Okay, well, she's working for her money and still, but she still is gold digger tendencies inside of her. She's like, no, I'm still chasing this money, but I'm working for my money too. Does that like soften the blow, or is it still like, no, she's a gold digger?
Depends, right? Because it's like you have a girl, you have a woman that's a career woman. She's doing her thing. She makes a decent living. She has her own stuff, her own crib, her own car. You know, she buys what she wants. Then she meets this guy, right, that matches her class standard or even exceeds it, and he gets her stuff.
Right.
I mean, and let's call a spade a spade. If a guy that you kind of digging wants to buy you shit, then you're gonna take it.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, like, why wouldn't you take it?
Yeah.
So
You know?
because that's where the class standard comes into play. It's like when they're working for, because I know people that work and they're doing what they got to do and they're like on their grind, but they're chasing that bag too.
Yeah, like I don't.
Is
feel
it
like,
class standard or is it gold digging?
depend on the motivation behind it. Like if she's not asking for it and he's just showering her with this
Right.
shit, then I don't even think it's a class standard. I don't even think it's a matter of class or gold digging at that point. It's just, you know, all right, my man showering me with gifts, or this guy showering me
Right.
with gifts to try to, you know what I'm saying, win me over or whatever, or keep me happy to send a third. But she should make it clear to him that that stuff doesn't matter. So
Right.
if it ever has to stop.
So when it matters, it's when it matters.
Right,
it's
it's when
like
those
the class,
things make a
the class
difference,
standard
like-
goes out the window. It's
Right.
gold digging when it matters that you're buying me Louis and Gucci and taking me to Miami and wherever, you know what I'm saying? When it matters, like, oh, he's not doing this, I gotta go.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and the messed up part about it is a lot of those cats that do that, they really shouldn't be from a, you know, financial standpoint. You know, they be breaking themselves
Check out the
trying
stunt boys. What's it called? Because we covered it.
You know, like
they're
you-
breaking the pockets to stunt
No,
on
because it's true. I know a lot of men and real men who have money. They flaunt it a whole different way than what these other guys do out here. And it's the honest to God truth.
And it's
They don't.
It's about wealth. We talk about it all the time. Me and my friends talk about it all the time. It's a difference of wealth, and I'm established. It's these ladies that's walking down the street, and you be like, "Dang, I know they got some money in their pocket," but you can't really tell. They're not trying to flash it at you. They're just like, "Yeah, I'm good."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can just tell.
yeah, it's a certain you know thing with the class standard. Like you know when somebody's got it together because there's a certain way that they carry themselves. There's a certain way that they dress.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's a certain way that they look, and there's a certain certain personality that they have.
Right.
Like, other like the flashier they are, the
Yeah.
louder they are. 9 times out of 10, the broker they are.
The loudest persons in the room is usually the scariest.
No,
You
I'm
know,
saying,
the saying
no,
goes.
really, for
Yeah.
real.
You know, like
And when they flash the money, or you can see a guy pull up in the newest Benz or the BMW, and he lives in his mom's basement.
Exactly.
Oh,
I mean, like
Exactly.
I've seen it happen, but yet he's the one that's always
Can't afford TVK
wants
after
to
the
pull
club
up
or
in front of
something.
VIP in the car because he wants everyone to see it.
Yeah.
You know, it's just real. I believe real men who have money, they go about it a whole different.
oh, it was hilarious.
You
man.
wouldn't even know.
There was this one guy that I knew a few years ago, and he was always, popping bottles in the club. And I remember he was actually having an argument with somebody in this club, like, I got money.
Yep.
Right.
It's just, it was just a big deal.
Because
that
their
night,
pride was probably hurt,
But-
and then so they had to overcompensate.
But check this out, though. Maybe 2 weeks after that, I'm shopping at Macy's. Who do I see working in the men's section, selling suits? And he
Trying to get that little
Right.
commission to go stunt in the
So I was kind of
club.
like, if you had money like that, you wouldn't be working at Macy's.
Right.
I don't know if that was his weekend job or, if it was his regular 9 to 5. I don't know.
It don't even matter.
I'm about to say it
He
does,
probably
exactly, because you're not getting money
Nothing
like
against
that
Macy's,
working at
just
Macy's.
saying.
No, shout out to Macy's. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean, I'll get there some extra cash.
I love
for me.
Macy's. I just
As
said,
Right. As a woman, what do you think when you just see a go digger?
they get on my nerves. My last. I think they make it they make it hard
They really do.
for real women who are out here trying to do something and are on the grind and about their own money. They make it hard for us to snag those good guys who just happen to have everything. And it like I said, it's so messed up these days because it seems like we're wrong if we say we want a guy with money. And I say this all the time. It's not like he has to have money, but it's just, money is a plus. But I want somebody who is stable and together. And yeah, it would be nice to have great dinners and be able to do shopping every now and then. But those are, to me, the perks that should come along with the success that we have and the work that we
and
put
really
in.
with any relationship, it's not even all because I mean, if your guy works a 9 to 5, going out to Applebee's and, you know what I'm saying, going to Forever is a little something for you, you know what I'm saying? It's the surplus that I have to have Gucci and I have to be an Neiman Marcus and all that jazz that is like, blows me. Like, it's not that serious.
Well, my question to these young ladies who feel like that, I have to have you ever had on your own? So my thing is, have you ever went to Neiman's and shopped with your own money?
Right.
Did you go and purchase your own Louis bag? I mean, I just have a, because for me personally, a man can add to whatever collection I have already.
Yeah.
Because I did that and got that on my own. So anything else is just perks. But if he's not giving this to you and you're not staying in this man's condo or his home or whatever, what do you have at the end of the day?
Right.
Because none of it is yours.
Exactly.
And to me, you're not the one that he's gonna marry at the end of the day, you know. And that's how I feel. Like, at the end of the day, I think gold diggers, I think these men know they're dealing with them for the moment. They look good.
They're the trophy girl right now.
They're the trophy girl. Everything is together, but you'll be shocked that he's gonna go, at the end of the day, he's gonna want the most simplest thing.
Come marry Michelle Obama.
That you know, I mean, but she's a great example of what Barack, and you know, if we wanted to go down statistics and things like, you know, stereotypes and things like that, like, people probably be like, oh, Barack can have anybody. He's the first black president. He should have, you know.
He don't want y'all.
He don't want y'all. Like, he wants Michelle. Right, and they digging on. They know what it is, and it's probably because she didn't want a damn Louis bag. You feel me? Like, she like, look, we going for presidency. This is what we gotta do.
I mean, when he was
buried, that's it.
When he was just buried from the block, from the
buried.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when he was chilling, grinding, doing
Not
his thing,
trying
to get to where he wanted to go in life. She was right there.
Right.
You know,
and that's the one he chose.
You know what I mean?
And that's how
she stuck with him.
Yep.
You know, like, how many people out there will stick with somebody through, like, thick and thin when y'all ain't got nothing?
And that kind of shows, like, that's like the American dream put out in front of your face, like, we made it. And it's like, we're president first, like, we're first family right now. We made it, like, from Chicago. It's so great from Chicago. From Chicago, we made it. Like, that's the ultimate made it. Forget a rapper, basketball player, all that. It's like, no, we grinded it out and made it together. I wanted to ask, when you, just because as a woman, and I go through this all the time, I have a 50-50, like, all girl power. Oh my God, I love my women and I just want us to do better. And when you see a gold digger and you're just like, what do you want to say to the men out there that's like, have their views on all women as one type?
It sucks. Y'all miss out. Y'all miss out on I think other great women who are genuine and who aren't into all the material and money thing, and you know, hopefully y'all grow out of that. I don't really know what to say to them, because I mean, it's something personal inside that they have to fix. But you know, you're gonna miss your wife, your real wife. You know, not having to be married time after time again, but someone who is truly gonna be there for you because you're too busy chasing around the fast thing that's happening right now. And I think they're so busy chasing around those girls that they overlook. I say this all the time, because I always say, even when I'm out, like, me and my girlfriends have a joke, and I always say, you know, the NBA and NFL players, I always say they don't like me. And I tell my girls this all the time. I'm like, I don't think they like me. I don't think I'm their type. I don't think anything about me just appeals to them, because even when we're in the club or we're in that type of setting, I'm not the one that they ask to go. Like, I have seen, no names.
No names.
Not even gonna do that to y'all. But I have seen, and y'all know I have seen personally some of these guys and what they have taken home at the end of the night. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Like, of all that is right here? Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, of course I know why, but I mean, it just sucks that that's their choice, and it's such a it's a bad choice. Like, for one night or for a bag or for whatever, and then you turn around and you take her to Hawaii or Miami just because she's willing to go.
It's because she's willing to
but
go.
you wouldn't want to work, you know, you don't want to put in the 2-3 months worth of work with me to get to know me and to feel me out and to see if we mesh well together, and then I could potentially be your wife. So I always have the joke of like, oh, they don't like me. So for me, when I'm like in the club or I see NFL or NBA or whoever, it just, for me, it goes right over my head.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think twice about, like, you know, you see all the girls run, oh my God, that's so and so, like,
all the girls are like, oh my God, did you see him? Did you see him?
And it's so funny because I can hear them saying it, and I'm like, they're really losing their mind because
it's really, they be like prepping, themselves.
Girl, you better go for that. That's how you talk to each other. And I'm like, are you guys serious? Like, you guys setting each other out, like, for real? Like,
it's a society, I'm telling you. It's like a gold digger society happening right in front of us.
And I think they're lazy. I mean, to the women, I think you guys are lazy. You don't want to get up off your asses to go and do anything, to do anything productive. You feel like everything should be handed to you. And I guess the easiest way out is to find a man who has money and has that lifestyle. Then that way you could latch on, you could live off of his lifestyle. But at the end of the day, that's one lifestyle. How cool would it be if you had your own lifestyle going on and he had his own type of lifestyle going on, and then we combined them together. And y'all have more than what y'all have. And it just works like that. It's like 50-50. And to the women, y'all, man, get it together. And to the guys, like, I just wish you guys would open your eyes and just see everything that glitter is not gold. It just isn't. The most beautifulest thing walking is just could be the ugliest thing, you know, on the inside. And it sucks because I think they look over some real women who got some real things going on.
Definitely. What, and this is to both of you guys, what is kind of like one of the craziest gold digging stories or situations that you just happen to witness, hear of, be a part of? Cause I got some gold digging stories. I've seen some people, I've seen some things. It's just like, I just feel like, how does this stuff happen in front of me? But I've seen some things.
Well, I mean, you have like, you don't know about, sometimes you don't know that the girl is actually a gold digger. You know who they've been with and stuff like that. I was actually, a couple of years ago, I was actually on a date with, wasn't really a date, I guess we were just hanging out at dinner with this girl's sister, and this girl was just ratting her sister out, just like.
But all her dirt and stuff like that.
Not really all her dirt, but it was just kind of like, oh yeah, my sister's a gold digger, like straight up and down. Like, I'm like, whoa, who does that to their sister?
Right,
like,
keep it
keep it in the family. It's crazy, but I mean, you kind of get the story, like the story comes together at that point. I mean, you know who they've dated, you know that they're not together anymore, you know that this person has a kid by him, so this guy's stuck with her, and then, you know, they put all their stuff on Twitter, you know, and Facebook about how bad they've been treated, or this, that, the third, and it's.
What is your message to that? When you're like, I've been treated bad, this, and the other, and then but then you find out it was like a gold digger, or.
I mean, it's life lessons. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's you gotta mature, you gotta grow up, you gotta see things for what they are and look deeper within the surface. You know what I mean? Like, and to the guys too, I mean, mature, man up. You know what I'm saying? Keep your money in your pocket. You know, see what happens at that point. Like, stop flashing. Like, none of that stuff lasts. Like, all of these guys with all of this money, like, they don't know what they could be, like how wealthy they could be with all of that cash that they flown around. Like, you can put that into some investments, some mutual funds, anything, and just be rich for life. But you want to burn all your money, then you end up broke.
Stacks in a week, you know? Like, man, give me some stacks in a week, y'all. Look, y'all see me turn some stuff around.
I was in Louis Vuitton the other day, and
how's that?
Okay,
I was in Louis Vuitton the other day.
I was, and I was looking at some things that I was doing something personally, and I was kind of just looking around the store, and it was some young guys in the store, and I thought it was so funny that they were in there buying all this stuff, and they had all these bags. They young, they tattooed up, braids, hats, all these fake chains, because they was fake to me. And I just thought, gosh, I would love to see where your house is. I would love to see if there's food in your refrigerator. I would love to see the type of car that you drive and just your everyday lifestyle, because you in here to stay so fly with these belts and glasses and things.
Or these gold diggers.
For them.
Because I say, if you're not impressing them, if you're not trying to impress them, are you trying to impress the guys?
Well, wait, let me ask you, kind of jeans? Was the jeans tight and shit?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that shit might have been for them.
No, these were like the type of guys. They were tied it up and sitting there, but I was just thinking like, gosh, I'm spending all this money on this Louis stuff, and like I just would love to see, like, I hope everything else is in order, your credit, your home, like that type of thing. I tell people what's funny all the time is I tell people the guy that I date now, what's so funny with him is you would never know what he has and what he doesn't have. Like real people with real money. I don't believe that Bill Gates walks around super fly all the time. Exactly. I've heard that you can catch him in his flip flops and things like that. And this guy that I'm dating at the moment, I mean, he has money. He does. Nice long money too. But I would have never thought of, you wouldn't know. He's not flashy. He doesn't wear jewelry. You know what I'm saying? Probably the most is Jordan stuff, flip flops, jogging suits, gym shoes. Like you just wouldn't know. Drives a regular car. And this man is the type of man that can pretty much go and have whatever. He can have any woman that he wanted if he presented. So I think part of it falls on the man too, because I believe that's how you attract things. So when I looked at these young guys in Louis, me and my guy friend, we were just cracking up because he was going there and here buying all this stuff, and I know these niggas ain't got no houses. You know what I'm saying? And I look at him and I go, we in here just trying to figure out what we want to do right now, and they G'd up and you don't look like anything, and I know what you come from and what you've accomplished and what you have, and that's crazy. You don't have to flaunt it. And his thing is, I don't have to flaunt it. I don't have to, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I believe he doesn't want to attract that type of woman. So that's exactly what it is. So he keeps it very, very clean. And he's told me stories about his past relationships, and which was really funny, and this leads into what we're talking about. He was saying in his past relationships how, you know, he kind of just threw his money around a little bit. You know, trips to Miami and, you know what I'm saying, $4,000 or $5,000 handbags, and this was normal. And he was telling me, like, you know, Tev, you know, you don't ask for anything, and I'm never really giving you anything. And he was like, it's so crazy because I did this in the past so many times, but with you, I decided to do something different because I feel like I kind of ruined those women. Right. You know, by just giving them so much that what they was used to, that when I didn't do it, they was expecting it. Whereas with me, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe you did that. I didn't need that. I didn't it wasn't just thanks. But you know, right. But so, and I think that's funny because he has a different outlook on his money now and how he wants people to perceive and what type of person he wants and how he wants to spend it. And he's saving a lot more now because I'm like, we don't have to go to Miami just for the weekend. You know, like it's not a big deal. If we go, we go. If we don't, we don't. Even though we can go wherever we want, pairs of friends if we wanted to right now. I'm not the type of person that, and I don't want him to spend all his money anyway. I think more. We have years and years and years and years. I mean, we could get some parents, like, let's do some more things. Like, let's get ready to open up a business. Let's get ready. And that's how I think, forget some handbags and some Louis luggage. Right. Give me a business. You want to spend your money on me? Give me a business. To me, and that's why I said when it's different type of gold diggers. Now, you have some very, very smart gold diggers that I think are very smart. These women know what they want, and they know, you know what, I got to get something out of it. Forget a handbag or something simple like a trip. You want to give me something? This is what I'm going to need. I'm going to need a mortgage paid off. I'm going to need some student loans paid off. I'm going to need me a business since you want to throw your money around like that. And I'm not going to lie, I think like that too when it comes to me. Oh, you want to throw your money around? Oh, you must want to pay some student loans. You don't want to pay some student loans, then we don't need to talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need a bag. So those guys who are real boastful and just always I'm doing this. I don't care about you popping a bottle in the club. Like, you know how many people pop bottles? The club gives us bottles to pop. You know what I'm saying? We don't need you to pop bottles, but if you want to do something, I'm gonna give you something to do. I'm gonna put you some productive. And it ain't going to Louis Vuitton. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm gonna give you something really to do, and we gonna see what type of game you play. I mean, that kind of incorporates into the class standard thing, and it's like you said, it's different type of gold diggers. And it's kind of crazy because when you said that, it's kind of like, man, that's a little smart. That is smart. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, right? How do you feel just as a woman that earns her own? Because for those of you
don't know, like every week, you got something going on. It's just like momentum building up into more stuff I'm pretty sure we don't even know what's going on. And so it's like, how do you feel as a woman that earns her own and then see the girl that just gets it?
It kills me. It kills me. Part of me thinks like, gosh, why, I work so hard and you do nothing but probably lay on your back. And like, I'm tired. I go sometimes 4 hours of sleep throughout the day because I'm here and there and there. But part of it is I look at long term and not short term.
Exactly.
So at the end of the day, there are a lot of things that are just good for the moment. And people don't look like that. A lot of people live for right now. Definitely. They're not thinking about what happens next week. So a lot of these young women are out here and they're thinking, oh, today I'm good.
Right.
But next week, he may not be around.
Right.
So then what happens at that point? Like I said, what do? Because see, mine can leave me and I still have my own home. I still have my own 2 cars. I still have my own brand and I still make my own money.
Right.
No one pays Tiffany's bills at all. Like, so, and I always tell people that I date that I pay my own things. So anything that you want to do for me personally, that's considered a gift. I take care of needs, and you can do wants. Then if you want to give me something, give me something that I want. I take care of everything that Tiffany needs. But it kills me because they do nothing, and y'all get all these fabulous things. But at the end of the day, it's gonna be a point where it's going to stop.
Yeah.
And my fabulosity is just gonna keep going, and keep building and keep getting higher and higher. And as we get older, and as the years keep turning, we'll have that long-term success with that man that has that
and
money.
Look back and be like, dang, I remember when she had that.
When she had, and that's normally like how it is. And you will be looking like, man, everything that you were going after and that you put yourself out there to get, I got it. I still got it all. So I feel like you have to earn that good man that has it. That's gonna say, you know what, baby, you worked so hard. I just wanna, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Then is when you're accepted and say, yes, I have. I worked, I worked my ass off, so I need this. But they suck. Like, I hate those.
They suck.
Like, I mean, they make it hard for, I think, women like us. It's on the grind, and then I think what happens is we get these men that may be willing to go a little extra mile with us, but they give us a hard time because they're already intimidated by the positions that we're in. And then on top of everything else, it's like, why would I fight, to be with Tiffany or Jackie when I could just have her?
Right.
She's gonna go home with me and do whatever with me, and Tiffany and Jackie are gonna give me a mouthful. And I think that's what they be thinking in their head. Like, I don't even want to fight with Tiffany, so I'm not even gonna try to go there because I know she's gonna give me a hard time. But she going over here, so I'm taking her with me. You know what I'm saying? And they're not meant for us. It is what it is. It's like it'll come back around at the end of the day. I think we'll be the last one standing saying, yeah, we did it the right way. We earned ours. We grind for ours. And we deserve all these blessings that God has given us. Whether it's a man, money, home, all these things. And we're living it how we should be.
Minus the stress. It's a hassle. I've heard stories. It's just a hassle. It's respect. It's the lack of respect. It's the cheating. It's just too much of a hassle. I don't understand why. And Reg, you can comment on this too. I don't understand why I deal with the stress when it's just like I can just work, and I'd rather work than stress and then be stressed by a man.
I don't think I guess it's part of the way they were brought up. A lot of it goes back to, their parents and whatever they were taught.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because no self-respecting woman is going to want their daughters to, kind of be out there in the world, just kind of looking for, money from a man and this, that, and the third. So I think it kind of boils down to, how they were raised and the values that they were taught. So I don't think they were exposed to anything else. So all they know is, all right, I'm gonna get a man to do this, and I'm gonna get a man to do that. So that's all that they know.
Right.
Whereas some women that work hard for theirs, and they go out there, they do what they need to do to be good at the end of the day. I mean, like Tiffany said, those are the women that's gonna win at the end of the day. I mean, the guys out here that want to play the game with them, they're not looking for anything long term. They're not looking for the Tiffany's and the Jackies of the world. They're looking for the groupies and the short-term chicks because they're easy to get rid of. You ain't go court Tiffany for 9 months and then just try to toss it to the side.
Right. You go like, I worked for that one. Hold on.
It's
I
gonna be-
gotta think about letting that one go. There was a little bit of work.
There's some bad girl trouble that's gonna come along.
Right.
with that,
Right. He better not court me for 9 months and then
So try to toss it
put
to
me
the side on some,
Right.
he can't treat, there's a certain standard, there's a certain class standard in a different sense that, you're not gonna treat a woman who carries herself a certain way in a certain way.
Right.
If, those women are disposable, so they treat them as such.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And I done seen them get treated.
as such.
And they still come back for more. I don't get
I don't
it.
understand.
And it's all in their mind. It's all in their mind. It's all in their maturity level. All of that. And guys too. I mean, you got to stop. You got to stop the cycle. Like men and women, they have to stop it. Like, I mean, look for something else.
Definitely.